Shabbat Shalom and welcome. So nice to see everyone. From our house to your home. Welcome everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Before we begin, we're going to have a few minutes as usual to share some music together. I'm very excited that this week, in addition to sharing our service with our clergy team and our staff, we are also going to have an opportunity to celebrate our youth group and our high school students, especially those that are graduating. I know that this is the time of the year for graduations, and many of them are happening in very creative ways, in drive-in movie theaters and parades happening through our neighborhoods. We're very excited to share this moment on Zoom, at least with our students, and actually try to give all of our high school students a blessing in this moment. Before we start, though, I'm going to try to get us up on Facebook Live as well. And we'll be able to share some music together. I hope you're well. It's nice to see you all. There's been a lot of debate among rabbinic circles about perhaps we should not have services as a Zoom meeting with all of us there together. And it gets a little chaotic, especially at the end of services when we are all free to say Shabbat Shalom. But I still feel it's so important. So we're going to keep doing that, and I hope you will stick around at the end of services to wish Shabbat Shalom to everyone there. Shalom. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la ya la la ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya each other Shabbat Shalom first and foremost by taking a breath together. This is a way we change the mood, we change the time. We recognize with the setting sun that a new day is upon us, an opportunity for reflection on the week that has passed, especially in these moments when we hear more and more that the days blur, they blend into one another. Shabbat is our chance to acknowledge this moment in time, to arrive fully present into the moment, and to try to offer the gratitude within through our song and our prayers. So I hope that you'll join with us. We have a few more minutes here before we begin. And so we have time maybe for one more song, and then I will welcome my clergy partners as well as several of our high school students, leaders in our community who are going to help lead services tonight, a celebration of their accomplishments and specifically recognition of the seniors who are graduating now. We will offer them a blessing and really celebrate everything that our high schoolers add to our programming all year. So I hope that you'll join with me. I think we might do, let's do, what do I want to sing with you? I think we should maybe do our Kol Ha'olam Kulo Gesher Tsar Ma'od. That is, the entire world can seem scary. It is a narrow bridge. If you go too far one way or the other, it is easy to feel off balance. Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tsar ma'od. The entire world is that narrow bridge. V'ha'ikar, but the main thing, the most important thing, lo lefached klal, is not to be afraid as we walk that narrow path together. Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tsar ma'od. Gesher tsar me'od, Gesher tsar me'od, Kol ha'olam kulo, Gesher tsar me'od, Gesher tsar me'od, V'ha'ikar, v'ha'ikar, lo lefached klal, v'ha'ikar, v'ha'ikar, lo lefached klal. The whole wide world, it's a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge. The whole wide world is a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge. But the main thing to recall is to have no fear at all. But the main thing to recall is to have no fear at all. Lie, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Rabbi Fox, Shabbat Shalom to you.
Oh, I was unable to unmute myself. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It is such a joy for me to be in this space and get to see everyone's faces. I feel like we are kind of each in our own homes, and in this moment, just like we would enter the sanctuary, we are entering that holy space of one another's presence. And it is a gift to have each of you to be together in this moment. Shabbat is our time to relax, to taste the sweetness of this world, the joy that we see in it. And so I want to invite us now to sit back a little bit. I know it can be hard to set the boundaries between what is our weekly existence and the weekly life and the experience of the rest of Shabbat, but we draw that line here and now. I'd also like to mention that similarly to seeing everyone's faces, this space, our community, is one in which there are many different generations. And I find it remarkable that we have the ability to come together of so many different generations all in one spot and share one voice. And so this evening, in addition to resting, in addition to marking this time and space, we are going to celebrate all of those voices in our community. And so we're going to get to hear more from the voices of our teens, our high schoolers. We're going to celebrate them. And we also have the voices of women in our community. And so I think I was looking, Sarah, if you are there, I'd like to invite you to welcome in Rosh Chodesh as we enter a new Hebrew month, a moment that is traditionally celebrated on behalf of the women in our community and by the women in our community. And so we add that voice as well as we celebrate each and every voice in our community.
Thank you. Oh,
please.
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks, Rabbi Scott. So I had a lot of thoughts as I started to compose my comments for tonight's celebration of Rosh Chodesh Sivan. The month of Sivan is a busy one with a lot going on in it, and it culminates in Shavuot, where we celebrate the giving and receiving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. Shavuot also marks the end of the counting of the Omer, which is the 49-day period between Passover and Shavuot. And this period of Omer shares some eerie parallels with our current situation. Depending on which rabbinic source you consult, there was a massive plague that killed tens of thousands. You weren't allowed to cut your hair. And then there's, of course, the counting similarity. Not that any of us are counting the days we've been in quarantine. So this week's Torah portion also features a lot of counting. Cantor Aviva mentioned this in her Devar at our board meeting last night even. So we're starting the book of Numbers, or Bamidbar, and at the very beginning there is quite literally a census. Adonai tells Moses to take a census of the whole community of Israel. But who is actually counted in the census? Men over the age of 20. Not women or children, not the elderly, not the infirm. So every year in First Read, I see this as yet another example of misogyny and explicit bias. But if you look at it through the lens of COVID, which is how we view everything now, you see an effort to protect vulnerable populations, the elderly, the infirm, and the children. And this is the same effort we're undertaking right now through self-isolation and social distancing. Now, you might have noticed that I didn't include women in that list of vulnerable populations, and I stand by that exclusion. However, the exclusion of women from the Israelite census does mirror the potential marginalization of women today due to the societal and economic changes we're experiencing related to COVID. So I'm going to be making some general statements that are supported by research, which you can easily find later by Googling if you want to, by which I mean, don't ask me now. Women are more likely to become unemployed due to COVID. Women usually perform more household duties, and this responsibility has measurably increased during our quarantine period. So what does this mean going forward? If you choose to work outside the home for compensation, is that reality going to disappear in our new normal? Or the gender-based assumptions that may have dictated the career choices of our mothers and grandmothers gaining traction again? I don't know, right? I'm just a mother, a daughter, a wife, a lawyer, a Jew. But I'm going to go ahead, even though I don't know, and answer both of those questions in the negative, because that's what my gut tells me, and with a small assist from history, both past and present. A little over 100 years ago, our country and the world were enduring a pandemic, the Spanish influenza. At the same time, women were fighting for and winning the right to vote. Today, when we look at the countries that have thus far navigated the COVID pandemic more successfully, we see that those countries are largely led by women who notably couldn't be leaders today were it not for the suffrage movements of the past. Women meet challenges head on, and we persist and we persevere. Now, these behaviors are not unique to women, but they are predominant traits in each woman. So there's one final connection between today, the month of Sivan, and the Parsha Bamidbar. 2020 is a census year. Of course, the census is being operationally adjusted due to COVID, but I just want to say that we can all find ways to stand up and be counted every single day. So I encourage you, make the right choice, make your voice heard, and make a difference. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, and thank you, Sara. We have learned that in an absence of being able to applaud, we can offer you some warmth. It is always inspiring to hear your voice, so thank you for adding it this evening. We also look forward this evening to hearing the voices of our youth, our young people. So before we enter into this prayer space together, I'd like to offer a psalm for Shabbat. Mizmor shir leyom hashabbat, tov lehodot ladonai. Mizmor shir leyom hashabbat, tov lehodot ladonai. Ulzamer l'shimcha elyon, ulzamer l'shimcha elyon, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. We are incredibly blessed at IHC to have so many wonderful members of our team, so many wonderful members on our staff. And I know firsthand that being a youth coordinator or youth engagement person is not an easy job, but Matt Hastings does it with grace and with enthusiasm, and has been an incredible force for good since coming on in this role. So we are so grateful to have you, Matt, and it is my honor to turn it over to you now.
Thank you so much, Cantor, Aviva. I just wanted to welcome all of our graduating seniors to this special service in honor of you. I got to speak to many families this week, and I know that in the fall, your plans so far are to travel far away and go to various universities around the country. And I just want to make sure everyone knows that you will always have a home here at IHC anytime you want to come back and visit us. I would also like to say thank you to all of the IFTY board members who are participating in tonight's service. And I appreciate all of the hard work that you guys put in to all of our IFTY events and making them welcoming and fun for everyone. And with that, I'd like to pass this over to our outgoing IFTY president and graduating senior, Emmy Cox.
Thank you, Matt. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you, Emmy, and thank you, Abby, for joining us as well. If you have candles with you in this moment, please join me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת. one of the distinct pleasures I get to have as a cantor is watching some of my B'nai Mitzvah students grow and stay engaged in our community and in our youth activities. And it has been a pleasure to watch Ryan Silien grow from bar mitzvah just last year into moving on into becoming part of IFTY in this upcoming year. So we thought this would be a really nice Ledor Vador from generation to generation moment with Emmy on her way out and moving on to all kinds of great things. We also welcome Ryan as he grows into our senior youth group. Ryan will be leading us in the Kiddush this evening.
Thank you, Cantor. So I invite everyone who has a Kiddush cup with them to join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsho be'ava uvratzon hinchalanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom tehila lemikrae kodesh zeher letziat mitzrayim ki vanu vaharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
L'chaim, to your health, to Ryan and to everyone else. We welcome the Shabbat together with the sweetness of Kiddush and the brightness of the candles. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's wonderful to welcome more of our students. I'd like to invite Sienna Shapiro to share a reading and Natanya Katz as well.
This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly, on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv arabim.
As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its touch, with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael.
And to share our Shema and Ve'ahavta We're so pleased to have Cyle Ginsberg join us.
Ma Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shirantam levanecha v'ribata bam v'shivtecha v'veitecha uv'leftecha v'aderech uv'shochtecha uv'kumecha וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוציא אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Our liturgy offers us so many gifts that it seems that no matter where we are in time, where we are in the calendar year, or where we are in our lives, we can find something in our liturgy to offer us comfort in that exact moment. In this moment, as we pray Hashkivenu together, we ask God to shelter us with a sukkat shalom, a sukkah of peace, a canopy of peace. Whether you are still sheltering in place or whether you are starting to cautiously exit your home, maybe expanding your circles very slightly, we do so with trepidation and with fear and anxiety. And so as we pray Hashkivenu this evening, it is my hope and prayer for all of us that we will find that Sukkat Shalom, that shelter of peace throughout the week, and to help us navigate the next step on our journey. Baruch atah Adonai haporei Sukkat Shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai haporei Sukkat Shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haporei Sukkat Shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. It's my pleasure to introduce Allie Foster.
Thank you. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city, but prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will.
Thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day. Eternity utters a day. Into a moment of prayer that does not come from the pages of a book. It comes from the deepest recesses of our hearts. We ask that God open those places that are closed to us in our own hearts, that we might find the prayer embedded there. Father God, Adonai, open up our lips that our mouths may declare your praise. Sfatai, Sfatai Tivta, Ufi Yagita Hilatecha. Adonai, Sfatai, Sfatai Tivta, Ufi Yagita Hilatecha. Pause for a moment of silent prayer. Say shalom, shalom b'romav, u'ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom b'romav, u'ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen.
Our thoughts now turn to those in our community who are in need of healing. And we know that the healing that we ask for is a healing of the body or a healing of the mind. And we ask the strength to offer comfort and care to those in our community in need of healing. We ask for that healing directly to them as well. And so I'm in just a moment going to offer some names that we are all thinking of, but I also want to invite us to bring up our chat and to offer names of anyone for whom you are thinking of to add to the list that I'm about to add just now. My apologies as well if I don't offer the names in the way that is correct, as I'm just reading them for the first time. Kay Searsdale, Lynn Giles, Kathy Steele, Cindy Merrill, Debbie Jack, Marjorie Gullett, Mike Sullivan. We additionally are thinking of Richard Tormelian, Robert Smith, Dennis Galbart, Nancy Bonham, Linda Cohen, the Cox family, Krista Wilson, Ruth Weisberg, Larry Weisberg, Mort Reisberg, and Andrea Weisberg, Bonnie Bennett, Adam Gilbert, Javi Lev Goldstein, Jim Fleischer, Barbara Shapiro, Harvey Katz, Jay Slavin, Tina and Jeff McIntosh, Mike Sachs, Marlene Epstein, Alicia Scribner, Bob Koreski, Rich Schultz, Joanne Hamill, Corey Linger, Jonathan Pine, Guy Evans, Zach Berman, Flo Kind, and Christine Lowry, and Pamela Harris Kaiser. We hold these people in our hearts.
Yishbeirach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Yevarech v'Yirapeh et hacholim Mi shebeirach Imotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Yevarech v'Yirapeh et hacholim Elna refana la Elna refala Elna refana la.
This week in our Torah portion, we arrive at a new book, Bamidbar. This word literally means in the wilderness, that foreign, unknown place that the children of Israel have stepped into after escaping from Egypt. As you may know, the name for books of the Torah and the individual parshiot come from the first most important word in that section that has not already been used. Of interesting note, the English name for this book is not the wilderness, it is Numbers. And the English name comes from the Greek translation of the Bible, the Septuagint, where the book was named Arithmoi. Each of our translated names came from the Greek, which translated into the Latin and into the English, and the titles and names were given to address the primary subject matter. So why Numbers? In the opening chapters and throughout much of the book, we find a lot of numbers. In just the second verse, still the first sentence, we read the command to take a census of the whole house of Israel. Well, not exactly the whole house, as we heard, of all of the eligible men of fighting age. It is interesting how important this count and the numbers were, and then an entire book would be named after it. At these times, these numbers were essential, but the census was only of men aged 20 and up who could bear arms. As we heard from Sarah, what about the women? They weren't mentioned here. What about the children? What about those men of older age or those who were disabled? Even the Levites were not included in this census. Those uncounted people would certainly be victims among the losses in the battle, so why not in the original census? In an attempt to understand a Torah portion in its place and time, we must understand that this census was done for a specific purpose. In order for the Israelites to prepare themselves for battles that they would face in the promised land, they needed to be organized and understand their system. They needed to know how many were able to fight, and then based on that number, where each of those troops should go into battle. So although this true accounting causes me pause and trouble, I do have to understand it in its place and time. So then we must ask, what's the lesson that it presents to us today? It teaches us that counting matters in ways that are greater than the actual original intent. You must know that when someone recognizes you, that they count you, you feel as if you matter. And if you are one who has ever been excluded by design or by accident, you know how painful that can be. Even if we can rationally accept why we did not count someone for a particular question, it still may mean that emotionally we feel excluded. Our numbers do not just record a mass count, but also represent that behind a big number are individual faces and stories. Our congregational systems are set up to record households. While we have worked to make sure that those households can be structured in many different ways so that they're inclusive of all types of households, we as a Jewish community have not reached our target of making sure everyone counts and that everyone feels as if they are counted. This happens in many different areas, but tonight, as it is an evening of celebration of our high school seniors, I want to focus on our teens. We are challenged in our Jewish frame of mind with the age of bar bat mitzvah. At the age of 13, we welcome kids as Jewish adults. Yet do we treat them as such? Do they get congregational voting privileges once they have a bar mitzvah? Do they get asked to serve on committees and boards? How does their life as a member change once they reach B'nai Mitzvah? Now, let me clarify to say that IHC is a congregation at the top of the pack in terms of synagogues devoted to the importance of youth in education, social engagement, and leadership. We demonstrate that with the commitment to have a full-time youth engagement coordinator, the dedicated Matt Hastings. We have a strong program of post-B'nai Mitzvah education, Derech Torah, led for many years by the wonderful Debbie Casper. We have teens who serve as specialists and madrachim in our Jewish learning program, and we send over 40% of our youth in a normal year to Jewish summer camps. Many of them stay in their late teen years to go to Israel, to do the Avodah program, and to become counselors and youth advisors. And yet there is still more that we can do. And while I won't take this Devar Torah time to explore the programmatic and systematic possibilities, I think the bottom line comes down to whether or not our teens feel as if they have been counted. Now, sure, we've been counting our teens, but we need to make sure that each of our teens feel as if they really matter, that they themselves count as a member of our community, and that they choose to count themselves in. Do they feel as if their presence matters? This is not a one-step process. It doesn't only begin in the teen years, and no, one answer does not fit all. But this is something that I know that of which our IHC team is committed to improving. And I hope that all of our congregation will join in this effort, whether or not you have children in your home. I know IHC, our clergy, our staff, our board, our teachers, and our families count our youth in our IHC family. But my charge for each of us on this Shabbat is to work to find more ways to make sure that the teens know they are counted, and also more creative ways for the teens to want to be counted in. Tonight, we show our commitment to our students by honoring them. We honor all of our high school seniors and their families and thank them for their connection to our community. We hope that the foundations of your Jewish life at home and at IHC help you in the future to find a community wherever you may be headed and to create a Jewish connection in your place and time. Of course, many of us hope, probably your parents, that this will eventually lead you back to the Indianapolis area and, of course, to IHC. But wherever you may go, we hope that you will find a place to be counted. You have mattered to us for all of these years, and you will always have a home at IHC. Our ancient sages composed this blessing and its message that still holds true today. It is from the Talmud, and I offer this to you and to you on your journey on behalf of our entire congregation. May your eyes sparkle with the light of Torah and your ears hear the music of its words. May the space between each letter of the Torah scroll bring warmth and comfort to your soul. May the syllables draw holiness from your heart, and may this holiness be gentle and soothing to the world. May your study be passionate and meanings bear more meanings until life itself arrays itself to you as a dazzling and joyous feast. And may your conversation, even of the commonplace, be a blessing to all who listen to your words and see the Torah glowing in your face. May you waste no time to speak words of Torah, respect, and honesty. And may you be blessed with modesty even amidst your greatest accomplishments. May you be grateful for all that you have, and may your actions be filled with justice and righteousness. Congratulations to all of our seniors. May you be blessed as you go on your way, and may you always remember your home here at IHC.
Thank you, Rabbi Roxanne. Beautiful, Yasher Koach. It is now our honor to offer you the threefold priestly benediction. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's light always shine down upon you, and the light that we see emanating from you today, may that light always shine from you into the world.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God always watch over you. May you be blessed with peace. And we all say together, Amen. Well, it is now my absolute joy to have more celebration as we mark this occasion of our teens stepping up into various levels of leadership. So I'd like to now invite Ron Herman to offer the Marcia Goldstein Scholarship and Award this evening.
Thank you, Rabbi. The Marcia Goldstein Scholarship was developed on Marcia's last year as Director of Lifelong Learning in honor of her years of service with all of our students at IHC. The scholarship is available to a senior going to an accredited university or college, and the student must have participated in Jewish studies beyond confirmation. And I am so proud this year to award the scholarship to Julia Roth. And I know I saw Julia on here earlier. I don't know if we can unmute her or not, but congratulations to Julia. And we will be sending a check to your college.
I've been unmuted. Oops.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I did not expect this. I'm at loss for words. For once. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, we're still on camera. Thank you.
Congratulations, and we'll
oh my gosh.
find out where to send that check to, okay? Thank you.
Congratulations, Julia. That is a very well-deserved award. And the truth is that we are gifted and blessed with the amount of participation and leadership that comes from our students. So to all the members of the board, and many boards actually, Matt Hastings runs 4 different youth groups for us, and there are at least 2 boards among those 4 groups, many leaders in every aspect of temple life, and specifically to you, Julia, as you make your way in the world. You are a bright, shining light here at IHC, and please don't forget us. Make sure that you come back and visit us. It's my pleasure now, in addition to congratulating our seniors, to welcome Miles Nelson and his family to share a word of welcome from the board. If Miles Nelson is here. If he is not here, then I apologize for embarrassing him, but I know that on his behalf, the board does welcome all of you and says Shabbat Shalom.
Rabbi, can
there
you
you
hear
are.
me?
Hi.
Okay, I am so sorry. Technology and I are still not brethren. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I hope you can hear me now. Can you give me a little? Thank you very much. Okay. I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. I am so happy to be here with all of you this evening. This is always my favorite time of the week, and it's always wonderful to share it with all of you. I do have a family, and some of them are back there, and I will grab them at the end. But once again, rabbis, Cantor, what a beautiful service. I want to remind everyone to stay engaged with IHC through the IHC Facebook page and through the IHC website. There's always updates happening, and this is a easy and convenient and streamlined way to keep in touch with everyone. And before going on, I'd like to say hi to my special friend, Sharon Fuhrer. It is nice to see you. And as I scroll through this, it is good to see all of your faces. I also want to say and give a special hello to Rabbi Fox and let him know how happy I am for you and for your family. Go on and do great things, my friend, and remember, you always have a home here at IHC. And to all the seniors out there, I join the entire congregation in congratulating you. Your IHC family is very proud. To all the students out there, you've had quite the school year. This will be a school year you always remember. And Mazel Tov to Julia Roth. I want to say, I love your family and congratulations, Mazel Tov. I'm grateful. We can choose to focus on the negative, or we can choose to focus on what we're grateful for. I, my friends, will choose the latter every time. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for this congregation, and I'm grateful to all of you. I'm grateful for all the first responders and the healthcare professionals. In fact, just yesterday, I went in and had a physical. I'm okay, but I had a shingles shot. That was painful. I'm not so thankful for that, but still I'm grateful. So as we enjoy this Shabbat and this extended weekend, let us take a moment to take a deep breath, a grateful breath. See the goodness, however large or however small. Be grateful for being you, and be grateful for sharing with your IHC family. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Miles. And I'm so glad that you're here with your family. A little warmth, yes, for you and for Carolina and the whole family. Please wish them Shabbat Shalom. And I also just want to thank you for that moment of gratitude, because I think Shabbat is, if nothing else, a moment to hit pause on our lives and to recognize all of our blessings. So we appreciate those many blessings. Hello, Carolina. Shabbat Shalom to you too. It is now our opportunity to comfort one another in ways that we can over this technology. It is not as good as being able to sit with each other. The Jewish custom of Shiva, of sitting together in a moment of loss. I've never been so acutely aware of the wisdom behind that tradition as when the custom is taken away from us. But we are holding the members of our community in our hearts, those who have experienced loss recently especially, and those who are observing and remembering a yahrzeit, the anniversary of the death of a loved one. On this Shabbat, we especially want to call to mind the Cox family, Sarah and Brian, who are out of town now, and Emmy and Abby, who were with us at the beginning of the service, on the loss of Sarah's father, Robert Rubin, just today. So we will find ways to comfort you in the days to come. I also am holding in my heart, I know that many of us here are, the loss of Betty Cockram, a friend of our community, a friend of the city, a champion, a hero in our city, and she will be sorely missed. We add to their names those whose families are in the period of Shloshim, who suffered a loss in the last 30 days. We remember James Mitchell, Bobby Silverstein, Jerry J.J. Abrams, Christopher Hargis, Mark Fox, Jerry Arfa, Larry Hertzman, and Elsie Siegel. As I mentioned, it is also our custom to remember all of those who were taken from us at this time in years past. In this week, we remember Gerald Aronson, Isaac Berman, Leo Castle, Miriam Cohen, William Deckelbaum, Ben Jeremiah, Ellen Eichler, Nathan Engelberg, Bernard Foyer, Miles Fishman, Elsa Freiberg, Joe Galbo, Bruce Gerstein, Jane Goldsmith, Irving Goodman, Rose Gould, Harry Greenwald, Mary Lou Hargis, Jules Heisler, Dave Henry, M. Bernie Herman, Saul Herman, Carrie Hyman, Shirley Jacobs, Betty Jacobs, Nellie Kagan, Max Kaplan, Molly Karsh, James Kleinman, Jean Koplow, Pauline Kopel, John Kautz, Francis Levin, Frida Lippman, Frank Longo, Meyer Mayerson, Joseph Malitz, Jermaine Mandelbaum, Richard McCowan, Maya Medali, Peggy Miller, Sam Michelot, Luna Michelot, Jean Modiano, Harry Morgan, Leon Nafusi, Gerhard Oakley, Leonard Pryweller, Ruth Rivlin, Sidney Romer, Edward Rose, Samuel Rosenblatt, Cliff Rubenstein, Henrietta Rickberg, Morris Satz, Beatrice Shander, Sam Slivka, Molly Smolene, Jack Speyer, Carol Stark, Patrick Steen, Helen Steinert, William Sulkin, Clara Tannenbaum, Raymond Tauber, Harry Vaprin. In addition, I'd invite you to enter the chat, the button at the bottom of your screen, and please do share the names of loved ones, I'm happy to mention those that I can see. Get back to the beginning of our list. We also remember Margarita Marcone, Ann Soskin and Sam Soskin, Ryan Choman, Scott Daggett, Maurice Cantor, Stanley Weiss, Lillian Babe Sachs, Pete Peterson, Philip Zimmerman. We say together, Zichronam Livracha. Their memories will always be a blessing. We join together in the words of Mourner's Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikadash Shemei Rabbah, Bi'alma divrach hirute v'yamlich malchute, B'chayechon uvyomechon, V'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lomei almayra, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal, Shmei dekudsha brichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran bi'alma v'yimru Amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. We add to this blessing for peace for our people, a blessing for peace for the world and all who dwell upon it, with the words Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. And I invite you to say once again with us, Amen. Amen. I'm going to end with singing a moment of peace. I hope that you'll join with us. And if you have a family member near, this would be a wonderful time to wish them a Shabbat Shalom. And even better, if you have a challah near, please do grab that, and we look forward to seeing them all on the screen so that we might share, at least virtually, in a breaking of bread together. Shabbat Shalom, 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 umevorach, Shabbat Shalom, umevorach, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We take this moment not just to feed our hearts and our souls with one another's presence and the songs of our people, but to fill our stomachs as well. So if you have a challah, I want to invite us to take that moment. Let's break bread together and welcome in this holiday with some sweetness. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. And perhaps while we are taking a piece of this challah, I want to invite us to welcome Shabbat Shalom to one another, as Rabbi Brett says, with a little bit of controlled chaos. Let's unmute and welcome one another. Offer Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom to you all.
Shabbat Shalom.
Pete, and congratulations.
Shalom.
Mazel tov to the seniors.
Hi, Sophia. Shabbat Shalom.
Congratulations. Good luck to all of our seniors.
Kathy, nice to
Mazel
meet
tov,
you.
Julia.
Graduation.
Hello.
Thank you.
Shabbat shalom to you all.
Shabbat shalom.
Everyone as well. Thank you so much to all of our students for their participation. Congratulations, Julia, again. Stephanie Shapiro, hi.
Hello,
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Congratulations. I know you'll use it well. Marsha Goldstein, the famous Marsha Goldstein, is here on the call. Marsha, do you have thoughts about the newest inductee into the Marsha Goldstein Hall of Fame?
She.
Nice to see you, and Marv as well.
And I got a background just for you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
I hope that you'll take a moment to just scroll through and to see everyone. It's wonderful to see you. Hello, Dorman.
There are some really
Dorman
good
family. I saw Sally today at the wonderful ECC graduation. We were in the parking lot with a huge parade and all the kindergartners with the little hats on, sticking their heads out the window. Social distance kindergarten graduation. Love to all of our teachers and their families.
1, 2, 3.
Shabbat shalom, Eloise. This is your first Shabbat as president of the congregation, I believe. Congratulations to you. Debbie Casper, I see you there. We are looking forward to celebrating you at confirmation in a week. Shabbat shalom, everyone else. It's so nice to see you.
Okay.
Shabbat shalom. You ready to go?
Hi, Jesse.
I like your background, Henry. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
We will look forward to a week of peace and a week of good news. Catherine Soskin, I saw you in the chat there. I look forward to hearing more good news about Ron's son. We're going to end the chat now, but nice to see you all. I hope you have a wonderful Shabbat.
You too. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.